It's another Saturday when we bring you your regular security and safety program, Security Watch Africa, only on this channel. Welcome to your program today. My name still remains Patrick Abambo. This you see on my face is the face mask, and that is the proper way to put it on. And it's also a reminder that coronavirus is still with us. We must all ensure that we'll keep ourselves safe and secured against all forms of diseases or illness. Welcome to the program today. Today is a mixture of a lot of things, but relating to security and safety. Already we have our correspondent, Joy Ahim in Lagos, our senior reporter at Lekki Toll Gate, to tell us what has been happening. Joy has been there since last night and this early morning to find out what is happening. Joy will be talking with us via the telephone from Lekki Toll Gate. Hello, Joy.
Hello. Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, sir.
Yes. Can you tell us what is happening right now where you are, the Lekki Toll Gate?
Okay, right now I'm still at Lekki Toll Gate, and we have heavy presence of policemen and other security operatives from the NSCDC, DSS, and the LCC private security personnel.
Okay. Yeah. I know since early morning the policemen have been there throughout last night, and they tried to clear all forms of blockade on the road. What is the situation? Is the road free now for road users?
Yes, it is. There is free movement, free vehicular movement on this axis of the road. No obstruction whatsoever.
Okay. I understand that the Commissioner of Police is even right there. What is he doing, or what is he telling his men?
Well, he is yet to brief journalists on what has happened here today. He said he's still going around the state to observe things. That when he's properly briefed, that he will come back to address journalists. So we are still waiting for him. We are here at Lekki Toll Gate. We are still waiting for him to come back. He just left Lekki Toll Gate now.
Yeah,
or another area. So he said he's coming back to address us once he's fully briefed.
Okay, because the intelligence report we're getting is that the protesters are trying to use some tactics to change location to some other places. I don't know if the police are aware of that, and to be able to man every other places so that they will allow innocent road users to use the road. Is that what you're also getting there?
Well, what I know is this. There is heavy police presence in different areas.
Okay. All right.
And men will make sure that no protest whatsoever holds today in Lagos. And
Okay.
from what we are seeing in Lekki, it is obvious that no protest held there today. Because even for some persons who came out today to protest, about 26 of them so far, they are arrested by the police.
Yeah, we understand, and we have the video of some person who was arrested with musical equipment, sound system, and the DJ.
Yes, about 13 of them were actually in a bus.
Okay.
13 of them were in a bus heading down to Lekki Toll Gate for the protest this morning at about 7:30 a.m. or thereabouts.
All right.
They were heading to Lekki Toll Gate for the protest. But policemen accosted them and arrested all of them. Those were the first set of persons who were arrested yet. There are about 13 of them in that bus.
All right. Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you live on the program. Thank you very much, and please stay safe where you are.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. Yes. Let me introduce my guest. Last week we started up a discussion, and I asked them to remain with us in the studio, and they're also here till date, talking about Chidi Omeje, who is on my far left. Chidi Omeje is the publisher and editor-in-chief of Nigerian Security Digest. It's a pleasure to have you back in the studio again.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Yes. My brother Suleiman Ubagaya, he was a former National Deputy President of Nigerian Guild of Editors. He is the Chief Executive and the Chairman of Sky Limit Media Group, and also a member of the World Guild of Editors. It's a pleasure to have you in the studio. Gentlemen, you heard what she said, the report she said about the intended protest and what is the outcome. So let me start with you, Chidi. can you say from this?
Well, what I can deduce from the whole thing is that Nigerian youths are really very adamant on this matter, and I think that they should, for once, listen to the admonitions of the authority. Last night I saw clips of massive, police show of force and all that, and I don't think that Nigerians are ready again for yet another round of protests. If I'm to advise our youths, I would say, let us hold on for now. Let us see how government will go about it. After all, the various panels of inquiries on different states regarding the NSAS are still sitting. So we should be able to give peace a chance for now. We have to have a breather to enable the state government, Lagos state government, for instance, to even settle down and take stock and see if life can move on. Their voice have been heard, they've made their points, and most Nigerians know that, yes, indeed, their initial protest before it was hijacked by the so-called hoodlums were actually very altruistic, and it made sense. But, everything has a time and timing.
Okay.
I think for now, they should let go for now, let the government settle the matter, and let's see how we can pick up our lives. We cannot continue with the strike.
Some people will note that the 5-point request they made has been attended to. Some is on the process and all that. Let me come to you, because some have said that this protest is actually aggravated because the panel in Lagos, sitting in panel, ruled that the toll gate should be opened for commercial activities, and these people felt that, look, why don't it remain shut until the determination of the whole process? Do you think that the toll gate was prematurely opened, they should have waited, or the protest itself should not have held? Maybe they should have gone with dialogue. What is your position? Yeah.
Well, incidentally, I was in Lekki exactly 6 days ago. And of course, I enjoyed the fact that there was free passage of vehicles on that about 2 or 3 toll gates. It's not just one toll gate.
Yes.
So I think somehow it is a little bit premature. I will support the position of the youths. You understand, most of the reason they are advancing are altruistic, as we must Chidi combust. But then, as Robert Greene said in his classic, The 48 Laws of Power, there is time for everything. If you don't master the art of timing, you are going to end up as a victim. And this thing about Arab Spring that started 10 years ago, we have to be very, very careful, because before you know it, any protest that is legal could easily be hijacked,
of course,
by unscrupulous elements. Sure. So we need to be very, very careful, and I do not believe the resort to lawlessness is the way to go. Okay. I do not believe so. So
even though they have good reasons, they should at least give room for
dialogue.
Especially
also having made their points very clear, the 5 points they made, and the government accepting to address them, and already immediately starting to address some of the concerns. I believe this protest started in October last year. That makes it about 4 or 5 months now. And government has moved very fast to address almost all the concerns raised. So they should give government a chance to implement all the other issues that have not been addressed. You understand? It will not be for them to determine when a toll gate will be opened.
Yeah.
You understand? Honestly speaking, that amounts to a resort to lawlessness, and no government that is responsible will allow that kind of thing.
And let me also add that. Let me also add that even their own legal advisor, I was talking about Adegboru also.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He equally came out to advise and say, look, gentlemen and youths, please listen to me this time around. Do not participate. Do not go back to protest today. Yeah. I'm talking about their own legal counsel.
Yeah, because one thing that a lot of people are missing is that the toll gate itself is a private initiative, private business, because they finance the road. The road in that Lekki is a private initiative. Indeed. And government gave them this to collect the toll gate. So why it's shut down, the business is also suffering.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And jobs are being lost.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So really, anyway, we'll come back to some other issues. But viewers who are joining us, this is our program, Security Watch Africa. There are our social media platform that is on the screen. You can communicate with us. So let's take up take some of your views. I've got a lot of views here, people making their views known concerning the issue of the protest. We will take note of it and pass it to the relevant authorities, the ones that we can. Because of time, we won't be able to take all your views on the program live, but we're taking note of them all. That we also noticed during the week is the successes achieved by Interpol Nigeria, led by AIG Garba Baba Omar, in trying to ensure that the image of Nigeria is cleaned and made perfect. During the week, they arrested 2 gentlemen who specializes on child pornography. Sit back as we bring you this report.
Interpol Nigeria has keyed into the President Muhammadu Buhari's program to redeeming the image of the country locally and internationally. Interpol Nigeria, led by the Assistant Inspector General of Police, AIG Garba Baba Umar, has busted so many international fraud, money laundering, and other criminal vices. Recently, the agency arrested 2 suspects named Ibrahim Muazzam and Muhammad Tahir Umar, who are involved in international child pornography. AIG Umar spoke on the breakthrough.
The Interpol, being a global police in dealing with criminal issues, received an intelligence report, a complaint from the Brazilian counterpart, the NCB Brazil, Sao Paulo, precisely, complaining about the involvement of Nigerians in child pornography. And we requested for more information, and they gave us the name of the suspect that is undergoing trial in Brazil. They are called pervertidos, and these pervertidos are a group of individuals that gather together and then engage in child pornography on a WhatsApp group. And these Nigerians that are involved were also mentioned. And the process, we were able to arrest 2 guys from Kano. One is called Ibrahim Muazzam, and the other one is called Muhammad Tukur Umar. These 2 guys were truly involved, because when we arrested them, we were able to check we carried out forensic analysis on their phones, and we discovered that they have disturbing pictures, photographs of innocent children between the ages of 4, 5, 6, 7, the highest is 8. The pictures are horrific. They are pictures that you need not to see. If you are a father or a child or even a pious person, you need not to look at those pictures. But as part of our job, we interrogated them, and they mentioned some couple of names, and we are working on them. Definitely we will arrest them and bring them to justice. These guys in Kano, what they normally do is they go to the house, or when children are going to school on their own, they track them along the road, buy them sweets, biscuits, all those kind of drinks, and they will just put them in that horrific act, and they will video them, and they will sell to the world.
He furthermore spoke on other achievements of the Interpol Nigeria under his command and his promise for Nigerians.
Interpol has reached out to members of the public to let them know about transnational crime. Crimes that are committed within the shores of this country that connect or has a resonant position with our nationality here in Nigeria. And for the Interpol, we will expose, arrest, extradite anyone involved, whether he is in Nigeria or elsewhere, as long as there is means of knowing what he has done through complaints and other means of getting intelligent information from the society. The world should expect a better policing as we move into the first quarter of 2021, more of this work is coming our way, and we will go after the criminal wherever they are. They have no hiding place. The world is a global village.
It is very condemnable to exploit children for any form of sexual stimulation, as this could lead to severe brain damage, post-traumatic stress disorder, and death. Shekina Chinkiri, Security Watch Africa, Abuja.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. That's actually a very sad issue there, but we really thank the Interpol Nigeria for helping to redeem this situation. But let's quickly go to what happened at the Army headquarters when the new Director of Army Public Relations, Brigadier General Mohammed Yerima, took over office. Sit back as we bring you this report.
A round of applause, please.
Assault on the saddle of leadership as the new Director of Army Public Relations, Brigadier General Mohammed Yerima was full of passion and great exuberance towards his current task. He acknowledged the enormous contribution of the media in terms of their reportage to the Nigerian Army and Nigerians at large.
As we all know, the Nigerian media, the vibrant fourth extreme of the ring, is an indispensable partner with the military in the protection and the preservation of Nigerian project. I have no doubt in my mind that the Nigerian media is very patriotic and that they understand that it behoves on all Nigerians, even more on the media, to contribute their own quota to ensure that we defeat the enemies of Nigerian state who are intent on destroying the country via insecurity.
In his parting speech, the former Director of Army Public Relations, Brigadier General Sagir Musa, congratulated the new director and described his appointments as well-deserved. He also thanked the former Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General T.Y. Buratai, for giving him the opportunity to serve.
I thank the Almighty Allah and the former Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukuisu Buratai, for giving me the rare privilege to command my corps, the Directorate of Army Public Relations. I also wish to thank the Chief of Army Staff, Major General Ibrahim Atahiru, for yet another opportunity to serve in Nigerian Army Training Center as member training team.
Brigadier General
Welcome back. Sadly, we won't have time to complete our report because of time. Let me just go straight to my guest in the studio. Let's look at the aftermath of that handing and taking over ceremony. Let me start from you, Chidi. What do you see? How do you see the Nigerian Army now going forward?
Okay, let me first of all say congratulations to Brigadier General M.M. Yerima for this particular appointment. I think the Chief of Army Staff really understood the fact that right now we have two battlefields. We have the battlefield on the kinetic war going on against those adversaries intent on destroying the country. Then, of course, we also have the battlefield in the media, what we call war of narratives. So the Chief of Army Staff understands that having a thorough professional, a capable hand to man that particular department that will manage information, to have a capable hand to be the spokesman of the Army at this point in time is very, very key for his success. And that's why, to me, I believe that's why he had to, go and source out General Yerima, who tested and trusted. Don't forget, he was once the Director of Defense Information at the Defense Headquarters. He was once the spokesman of the Army in this ECOMOG in Sierra Leone. In all these public relations portfolios, he actually discharged himself and, of course, acquitted himself creditably well. He's a professional, and I believe that he's going to give the Nigerian people the kind of information they need at times like this. Because, the war, apart from the fact that we are fighting different battles against the insurgents, against the bandits, against all manner of internal security challenges, we also have the serious issue of, toxic narratives being orchestrated in the media by people who think that if they get at the army, they have gotten at the federal government. So now, with a man like Yerima, a man who knows how to relate with the media, a man who knows how to talk to the people, I think that we will be able to see a different paradigm. We're going to see some kind of paradigm shift in terms of, military media relations, and even in terms of information management. I believe him. I know I've worked with him in the past, and I know his capability, and I believe that he's going to give the current Chief of Army Staff a very, a complementary role in terms of managing information and in terms of assisting Nigerians to equally know what is happening and on time, to enable us to know when people are out there on social media trying to bring down the military unnecessarily. He should be able to be in charge and stamp his feet to make sure that Nigerians get the right information at the right time. Okay. So I trust that going forward it will be a different ballgame.
Okay. Yes. You are a world-class editor, world-class practitioner in terms of media management and media operations. How would you want the media for the military now generally, and drawing from what Chidi said, to looking for the issue of the managing the military or the Nigerian Army specifically? What advice will you have for the General Yerima?
Okay, well, let me also congratulate him like my brother Chidi did, and also congratulate General Segir, my brother, who has now been posted to Kwantagora. Let me also straight away remind Nigerians that in April last year, April 2019, sorry, Islamic State for West African Province set up what is called the Shura Council, under which it set up a very strong committee, a media committee, that is saddled with intense propaganda against the Nigerian military and the federal government headed by Muhammadu Buhari as president. And since then, they've been engaged in all sorts of shenanigans. Unfortunately, advertently or inadvertently, we've been supportive of some of these shenanigans. Yeah. Supporting them by posting false narratives against particularly the Nigerian army. And I think this appointment is apt. Of course, General Segir also tried his best, but then I believe, even though I don't know General Yerima quite well, but from the statements he made, eulogizing the media and soliciting for support. Personally, I assure him I'm going to give him my support. When I say personal, of course, I mean a whole lot, because I represent a large segment of the Nigerian media. So I wish him well, and I really will want him to engage more intensely with the media, you understand? Because in Nigeria also, one mistake the media is making, I'm an integral part of the media, a key mistake the media is making is in seeing the armed forces as maybe belonging to another entity or the government of the day. But as I keep saying, the security services is like this saying that soldier come, soldier go, barrack remains. You understand? Sure. In the next 2 years or 2.5 years, Buhari will no longer be president of Nigeria. That's true. Exactly. General Buratai was the chief of army staff for 5 years plus. His tenure came to an end when he resigned just about 2 weeks ago. Yeah. So that is life, the dynamism of life. You understand? The media, in a nutshell, because of time, I will say, especially the media in Nigeria, we have to understand one thing, that if we don't support the armed forces to win this war for us, I'm telling you, at the end of the day, we won't be in a position to practice our profession. Ask the media in Rwanda during the genocide of 1994. All the media houses closed shop. Everyone went underground because everyone was fearing for his life. And Nigeria is about the only country where you see the citizens and some segments of the media taking opposition against the armed forces, politicizing security. You understand? It's about the only country. I've been to so many countries because as a member of the World Editors Forum, we hold our conferences annually and in different countries, from the United States to Britain, to Spain. We were to hold the conference last year, and Turkey, so many other places. And I know for a fact that the media in all these countries are fully supportive of their military, irrespective of the government of the day, whether they are supportive of the government of the day. Even America, if you permit me, just maybe 30 seconds. In 2018, President Trump was visiting the troops in in Iraq. And the media was informed. But they didn't publish it until he was on his way back and within the American territory. Because even though President Trump was their arch enemy, they didn't want to, put his life in danger.
Yes.
So they ensured they did not inform anybody until he was well on his way back and within the territorial space of America. If it were in Nigeria, a lot of us might have gone ahead to publish it as a scoop. You know?
I know.
So these are some of the narratives, honestly.
I'm telling you, seriously, I think we really need to continue because there are a lot of issues I want us to look into. Sheikh Gumi did say that the military, because of money, they don't want the terrorism thing to stop. It's an issue we have to look into next episode of this program, edition of this program, because it's very, very important. But we must leave for other programs to continue, sadly. And a lot of issues about the issue about the ambassadorial assignments to given to the former service chiefs. We're supposed to look at all these issues, but please, gentlemen, I'm sorry, we must leave for other programs to continue. Yes, viewers, sorry, we have to leave. I know it's beginning to get more interesting, but we'll have to leave for other programs until we come again next week. I say thanks for staying tuned and bye for now.